And I have cops on my side. I have children youth on my side. My lawyers on my side. And they don't agree. And the judge, they don't agree that this man got off the hook with what he did to my kid. Yeah, you can keep reporting her, but I called the cops on her, Marcus. So the cops are doing what they're supposed to do to get her ass arrested. Because what they're doing right now, they was investigating her. And because I keep on calling in and telling them everything she's doing, all it's doing is adding to the reports that I've been making. And what is it doing for her? It's making a bigger hole for her. So yeah, you keep reporting her ass on YouTube and stuff, right? But I keep on reporting her to law enforcement officials. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about her. The things that she's doing to me, the police sees it. Okay? And there's certain law enforcement that's not for this weird shit that she's doing. They know that this bitch played a big part of my son being taken away. And my dog being stolen. Just like she had my dog stolen. You understand what I mean? So she will be arrested in no time. Surely, but not surely. She will. And the more she keep doing, the more she build a case on herself. I don't have, Lord Jesus, you can do that. You can do that. I'm sorry that you're trying to make my Facebook about this woman. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming over here trying to tell me about the negativity that this woman is doing. Appreciate you. But if you already watched my Facebook previously, the cops are already on her. They're already investigating. They already know what she's doing. It's called a smear hate campaign. And I've been telling people about it. So I appreciate you, Marcus, for coming over here trying to tell me that. But I'm not focusing on that woman. See? You understand? Now the police is focusing on her. And I'm going to have those reports when I go to court about this woman. And the things that she have done when it came to contacting people and getting my dog taken. Yeah. I appreciate you that you're new here. And I appreciate that you're watching. But that woman is going to be handled in a timely fashion. Nobody is above the law. And there's a crime when you try to get people to go against one person to try to cause bodily harm, to try to take something from their person, like she did my dog, making false reports, harassing police. Yeah, that's what she's done. So she's not only facing charges by doing what she done to me, she's also facing criminal charges with the police themselves. So I don't have to do anything when it comes to that woman. All I'm doing is focusing on my child. You understand what I mean? I don't care about anything that woman has going on over there, you know, because the law is handling it by the grace of God, you know. And I had to contact them a couple of times on live just so y'all can understand that when I say I'm calling the cops, I do. I don't play no games, especially on some shit like that. You're not going to have my dog taken, stolen, because you feel as though the cops ain't do their job. So you had my dog stolen. Yeah, the cops are tired of her. It's harassment. It's felonies after felonies after felonies. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they know what they got to do. They have to contact Montgomery, the police over here, all of them. They have to contact Montgomery and say, hey, we know that you have such and such Melissa Davis, and she has committed so many crimes over here. We need her expedited so she can, yeah. And that's how things work. People don't understand how the justice system works. But that is how it works. There's people that get expedited over here to Pennsylvania all the time for crimes they committed over here in PA. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is nothing to play with. So I don't have, I have no doubt in my mind that they're gonna lock her up. I have no doubt because I know they will. All this stuff that took place with my son and the things that people be trying to do, they see it. And there's a lot of cops that's not for what happened to my child. Understand this? And a lot of them I know personally, just from passing and living in the city and being here my whole life. And family members being cops and shit, and these people building a good relationship with me. I've been asked to come to some of these cops' churches. There's one cop, he's very familiar with my family, and he's a pastor, okay? He asked me to come to his church. So, when it comes to, certain people in high places, they're also watching too. They also have my Facebook. So they also know what this woman has been doing. When I say nobody is above the law, this woman, she's not a judge. Okay. She's not the president. She will be held accountable, for her actions. And they're not taking this shit lightly either. They're taking this shit very serious. And if she haven't heard anything, it's because it wasn't meant for her to hear anything. But soon, she will have to face her consequences. And she will be over here in America. She will be over here in Pennsylvania. And she will be in York City. And she will be inside those prison walls. And she will have to go through something called pre-class. And she will have to get her trays from people that we call pod workers. And she will have to speak and ask for everything she wants from the COs in York County Prison. And only if you knew what that meant. That's not a good thing for her. See, because a lot of those people I'm tied in with, a lot of them are my family members, knew me for a long time, or I know some things about them that I would never say about them. You know, I built a good relationship with a lot of these people. And when she goes into these places, when she get expedited over here and she goes in there, they're going to know who she is. They're able to know why you're in there. They can read your paperwork and know what you did, what you done. And you will be held accountable for your actions one way or another. And depends on, you know, the type of charges you got. You better hope you don't go to B-pod or H-pod. Yeah, you better hope. And that's all I'm going to say. Because you can't get touched without being touched physically. You better be mindful. You don't know the people I know, and you don't know who the people I got that watch me every day on my page. And I would never expose their names of anybody that know how to do certain things in the justice system. I would never expose their names or what they do or how they can do it. But just know I got people of high forces. And if you think that I'm crazy and I'm saying this just to say this, bitch, you out your motherfucking rabbit ass mind. Because you know what I could be doing? I could be showering. I don't care for what that lady is saying about me, for the simple fact that she's already going to be held accountable for. Not once, not twice, but maybe more than once, okay? And she better hope that she got all her female parts, because if she go on that guy's side, oh, they're going to have a free-for-all with you. They're going to have a fucking free-for-all. Oh, especially on the female side. There's some lifers in there, too. You better be mindful. People are still coming from upstate to go to court. And when they have to go to court from upstate, they go back in regular pod clothes. And they're back on regular population with everybody else. And then they get caught B&B, bagging baggage in the middle of the night. And they end up going right back to state prison, finishing their life tasks and things. So be mindful. Because there's more than one person watching my page. I don't have to make phone calls. I don't have to say, hey, do this. There's people already waiting for you. There's people already waiting for you in the county. I lied to you not. Listen, when I went to jail, I didn't know how those people knew I was going to be in there. And they knew I was in there. Everybody knew I was in there. Trust me. People's watching, sweetheart. You got to be mindful of who you think you're playing with. You got to be mindful. I changed my whole life around, but there's people that haven't changed, that don't play about me or my child. And those are the people that you got to be mindful about. Because God is setting up his army, and some of his army is not only spiritual, but it's physical. And you got to be mindful of the people and what they would do behind little old Adonis. So you getting my dog taken away and making false narratives about me and my child, and then making blogs after blogs, just know that you will have to come over here to serve your probation time as well. And we got something over here called Commonwealth. So even if I say, hey, cops, I don't want you to pursue this no more. Can you please? Well, there's something called Commonwealth that will literally be like, we're not closing this. Where the Commonwealth end up picking up the case. And you don't have to be scared. Not one bit. You can act tough all you want. You can act as if you're dismissible, untouchable. You can act so tough if you want. But I'm telling you what I know. Don't try me and don't try God. You don't fucking know. You do not know. If them people can get stamps with drugs on the back of them through the mailing system, and people start ODing inside of there, do you not think that you can't be touched? Do you not think why do you think you can't be touched? By the cops, by the people inside of the prison who don't play about me or my child, people that watches on their tablets under proxies and shit. Do you not understand the power that one has? Or do you think that nobody holds that much power in this world? You come over here, you touch those prisons, and there's going to be people in there, including COs, cops that you're going to have to go through downtown at Central Booking, unless Central Booking is now actually Central Booking is actually inside the jail. So you're not going to go to a Central Booking. You're going to go right to the county jail, You're going to have to sit in their holding cell, okay? You will get cold-ass food. By the time your food comes to you, it'll be cold as fuck. Little-ass portions. You'll be so hungry, you'll be asking everybody for their bread when you come out of pre-class. Any commissary you get, they ain't bring it. You don't. Anytime you go to disciplinary hearing, you'll get more time. Anytime you go to a segregation place, they ain't gonna let you out. They're gonna come over there and they're gonna bang on your windows every time to wake your dumb ass up while you're down in the bayou. You know what the bayou is? It's called BAU. It's the hole. You know what they're gonna feed you in the hole? A fruit platter. Yeah, a nice fucking shape fruit cake. That's gonna be the only thing that you ever taste that's gonna be really good. Everything else is gonna be fucking beaver tail with no fucking gravy. Yeah, we call that a Salisbury steak, except for there's no gravy on that bitch. You're gonna be wanting to get on the phone, but everybody else is gonna go before you. You won't even get the phone until nighttime comes, and they end up shutting the doors on your ass. Then you have no choice but to get off the phone because what? It's lock-in. The only number that you will even be called by, only name that you'll be called by is your room number. Understand this. When you go to jail over here, it's nothing to fuck with. And there's people that work there that watches my Facebook, and they know what I'm saying without saying it. Her name is Melissa Davis, y'all. She's from Montgomery, Texas. Just for y'all records. She thinks she's so tough. She likes to bully people. She's a bully, y'all. She thinks she's so tough. How about when she touches the gates of York County Prison, y'all show her how tough she ain't. Show her how much of a way I paved in that bitch. You think you gonna go there and try to bully? Bitch, you gonna get bullied. They wanna show you who's the real bully. You like to steal people's dogs, hurt animals and things, make false reports. Yeah, you will be held accountable one way or another. And so will that man that molested my child. Once his ass get locked up, he got people waiting in that motherfucker for him because they know what's going on. There's people. Do you know them people inside that prison know more than what the fuck is going on than what the fuck I do out here? That's not a lie. That's the truth. Them people in York County Prison know everything that's going on the outside. It's as if they outside, but they just on the inside. You understand what I'm saying to you? I don't have to tell nobody anything. This is my platform. You'll be surprised how many people are watching me in the United States, including family, friends, probation officers, judges, children, youth workers, police, government officials, people that work as COs, caseworkers, judge, all types of shit. You'll be surprised, bitch. And this whole time, what you did was torment me. I already been through a lot. Is she trying to make me commit suicide, y'all? Sorry. I'm too strong for that. You might have did that with the last girl on Facebook with your smear hate campaigns, but you can't do that with me, okay? I'm not weak. I'm strong, okay? You took my dog, got my dog stolen. You're still being held accountable. You kept on harassing the cops. You're going to be held accountable. Kept on making smear campaigns about me. You're still going to be held accountable, sweetheart. You know, you're still going to be held accountable, and you will be held accountable in a lot of ways. You will. They know. They know. They got your information. They got all your shit. They got the links to all your YouTube pages. So they know exactly who you are. Your YouTube page is linked to exactly who you are. Your real name and all that. You know, so if people gave up fake names and shit, fake areas of where you're at, if you're not in Montgomery, if your name is not Melissa Davis, they got your links to your Facebook pages, to your YouTubes. That traces back to exactly who you are. When you file an EIN number for Facebook, it's a business. You have to put your real information on here. It tracks back to you. Your IP numbers, wherever satellite it pings from. If it pings in that area of Montgomery, that's exactly who you are. You know, you're on Facebook, on YouTube Live, or wherever you're at, okay, saying, do y'all see her in here? Steal her dog. You literally said that. Those videos, they have all that, dude. I don't know how they do it in Texas, but I know how they do it up in Pennsylvania because I'm born and raised here, bitch. You're not going to get away with what you did. Trust me. You're not. And if you're come here and you go to the jail here, you're definitely, Wagwan, you're going to be held accountable. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You're going to be held accountable. I seen them slam people on their faces and break their jaws, all types of shit. I saw them dismember a girl's arm when they slammed her down. Trust me. It's not a pretty sight for you, bitch. I saw 6 or 4 guards try to tackle one girl before. Bitch, it gets real. You want to act like a little girl? Throw a tantrum? You want to be a bully? They're going to show you who's the bully, bitch. Respectfully, in the court of law, they're going to show you. Wait till you hit those prisons. They're going to show you. They're going to show you. You like to be bullied? You a pedophile? That's basically what she is, y'all. You heard what Tibby said? This woman was playing with her fucking kid. Talking about, oh, got my son playing with himself. Look at him. Bitch, you're weird. I can understand if you say, hey, cut that shit out. Stop doing that. And then people was like, oh, why you yell at him? Like, oh, he's over there. You know what I'm saying? Like being a little boy. That's the difference. See the difference? No, you're gazing and doing weird shit with your kid, bitch. You're a fucking pedophile. You're a fucking predator. And you're on probation. Ain't that a violation of your probation when you get more charges? You see the wings on my shit. Yeah, you see those angel wings. You see that cross that goes into a microphone? Who am I? Who am I, bitch? The voice, bitch. What's that, a microphone? With some lips on it. Big ass lips. That's why she jumps on Mae Lester's live and sits with her. Exactly, Pam. Exactly, Pam. Thank you. Thank you. 1 +